those superhumans.
Jamie Metzl is a technology and healthcare futurist and also a best-selling author.
Jamie Metzl, former NSC official in the Clinton administration and member of a WHO advisory committee on genetic engineering, is one of more than 24 experts who signed an open letter calling for a new international inquiry with a return to China.
All of this is leading us toward a next phase in human development, in which we will increasingly engineer intelligence and re-engineer life. We are at an inflection point in human history. This is not a story about AI or technology alone, but the story is humans plus AI. Humans co-evolving with our technologies, which we have done for tens of thousands of years. And that's why the key driver of everything that we're talking about is not technology. The key driver is human imagination. Technology doesn't come with its own built-in value system. It's up to us to weave our values into the technologies that we are creating.
You now might have the ability for the first time ever to really change what it means to be a human being.
Biology is at play. Our species has evolved by what we call the Darwinian principles of random mutation and natural selection for almost 4 billion years. And now, for the first time ever, we're going to have the ability to alter our biology in increasingly significant ways.
We are going to see these technologies applied through our healthcare, where we're going to transition from our world of generalized healthcare based on population averages to precision healthcare based on each person's individual biology, to predictive healthcare once we have big data pools of genetic and life information that allows us to take preventive action to reduce harm.
For each of us, if we live with this range of possibility, what healthcare will be about is how do we optimize our healthcare experience and our life experience at the upper range of our capacity? And then, are there cases where we can go beyond our innate capacity?
But if all we see are the potential upsides, we'll put ourselves in grave danger. The same underlying technologies generating possibilities we may desire also potentially open the door to terrible accidents and abuses.
The biggest challenge, perhaps, that we face today is the mismatch between the nature of our greatest challenges, which are global and common, and the absence of a sufficient framework for addressing that entire category of problems.
Although we have different possible futures before us, the difference between the futures we want and those we don't, dear graduates, is you.
And we have to solve this problem in spite of our political differences because the world is at risk.
Jamie, if you were in charge, you'd feel a lot better with the world's future.
Well, thank you, Brian. I really appreciate it.
Eventually, I hope you are.
Feels like this is just scratching the surface in comparison to what's coming.
Since the beginning of the digital revolution, we have experienced a thing called exponential change. You've heard of Moore's Law, which is basically computing power roughly doubles every 2 years. And we've internalized Moore's Law, and now we're entering a world where we're going to have exponential change across technology platforms.
What does it take as a human being to imagine the future that we would like to live in and begin building that future? The determinant of whether we have a better story or a worse story is not the technologies, but it's us. People, values, dreams, and progress all go hand in hand. When we look back at this moment, what we are going to see is that this was the moment when one species among the trillions that have ever lived on this planet suddenly has the ability to read, write, and hack the code of life. Learning requires keeping our minds open and fluid, exploring perspectives other than our own, continually collecting data and evolving beliefs as we gain new insights. If we want to live in the best world that we can imagine, where humans and the machines we have created are cohabitating and co-evolving in the best possible way, we've got to build it.
If you don't know where you're going, if this is a conversation about technology, we're going to get lost. If it's a conversation about human values and how they can be realized, that's the conversation that we need to have. Because our species, we are giving ourselves powers that for millennia we have attributed to our various gods. Powers to create life, to extend life, to transform life, to build all kinds of new and wonderful things. But if we don't make sure that our greatest and most cherished values guide the application of our most powerful technologies, we're going to get lost. Thank you.